Hi, everybody, it's me, Tammy, and I wanted to tell you what happened to me today. Today, my faith was put into action, and I was required to use the tools that we as Christians have. I went out to Aldi's, it's a local food market here, and got in the car, auto started the car, buckled the baby in, went to turn the key in the ignition, and lo and behold, the car would not start. Not only did the car refuse to start, the key was stuck in the ignition. What to do, what to do. So, obviously I was nervous. I had the baby with me, and I just couldn't believe that this was happening. How could this happen? Everybody's always talking about how great my car is. It's less than 60,000 miles on it. It's mint condition. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the car. How could this happen? Is it the auto starter? What's going on? Well, after multiple tries, I tried to multiple attempts at getting the key out or the car to start failed. So I look up, and of course, there's a Napa Auto Part right beside me. I go in and thinking, yeah, sure, they'll just come on with me as they can look out the window and see where the car is. But no, the gentleman proceeded to tell me that I would need to contact the towing company, who would then tow the car to them, which was right in eyesight. Then it would have to sit there, and they would get to it sometime later in the afternoon or evening. How much does that cost? I said. I don't know, ma'am. We would have to look, and it sounds like we're going to have to take your car apart, basically, to find out what the problem is and then fix it. Well, I get the baby by the hand, say thank you to the young man, and I head back to the Aldi's parking lot, which was less than 50 feet away. As I'm going to the parking lot, I began to speak to the situation, and I said, well, Lord, you're the God of the impossible. You're the God who fixes all circumstances no matter what. There's nothing too hard for you. And I know that I have angels who are commissioned to protect, lead, and guide me. Now I call on you and I say, angels, come and do your job. When I get back in here, it will release. Now, mind you, I had been tapping on the ignition saying, release, release, release. Release this key in the name of Jesus. Start, start, start. I will not have this happen. So I attempted to make several phone calls, several of which did not go through. I called my husband to explain what was going on. He answered and, of course, jumped into action. I'll be there soon. I called my auntie, who's always there and ready to pray, and she began to pray, and I could tell, she was kind of trying to keep me calm, and I'm a Thompson baby, so I will cry. So she instructed me not to cry, and I began to think, and I said, you know what, my angels are supposed to be here. You come and do your job. This car will start. I am not accepting it. I will not be paying a lot of money. They will not tear the car apart. Start, start, start. Suddenly, I felt the urge to look down. When I looked down, I noticed that in all that I was doing, the car was still in drive. The key was in ignition. Nothing would start. My auntie said, pump the brakes and turn the key and see if that will help. When I looked down, I put my foot on the brake, put the car in park, and then turned the key, and out came the key. What am I saying? I'm saying today my faith was tested. I did not know what else to do, where else to turn, so I turned to the Father. In some ways, I feel as if I failed the test because instead of calling on Him and Him alone, I began to make phone calls and trying to fix the situation myself. It was not until I came to a place where I said, okay, Father, if it's going to be done, you will have to do it. Did I see change? I am so thankful that change did come. I am so thankful that I am not stranded. My husband did not have to leave work, which would have taken more than an hour to get home. I did not have an expensive car repair to pay. The car started. Everything is fine. Here is that car. As a matter of fact, give me a second. I'm going to show you that what I'm saying is true. The car does start and everything is fine. Okay, I just went to get the keys. Here's the key with the auto starter on it. Now, as you can hear, I'm pushing the button. And the car starts. Now I'm going to unlock the door, take you inside. This is Coco, and yes, I do keep her quite clean. And put the key in the ignition. The auto starter started the car, but let's see if the key turns. Yes it does. Will it come out? Yes it does. You're probably wondering why it hasn't stopped. Well, that's because I started the key with the auto starter. But there you go, it stopped. I share this with you because, you know, sometimes we go through some situations where it seems like it's awfully bleak. Seems like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do. Things just don't seem like they're working out in my favor. But when you take the time, take a deep breath and depend on the Almighty, because at the end of the day, the only one that's going to never fail you, never leave you, never forsake you is Him. I hope my testimony did you some good. Thanks for listening.